Hi everybody, Mrs. Tamita here. Today I'm going to show you how to draw a full still life contour drawing from start to finish. Here are my subjects. I have a conch shell, an ugly doll, and one of my boots. So here I am starting my drawing. As you can see, when I start sketching, I am looking mostly at the objects. I am glancing at my paper, but still mostly at the objects. And that's just really me making sure I'm drawing what I see, not what I think should be there. And while I'm drawing, you can see I'm moving pretty quickly and I'm drawing really lightly. What I'm doing right now is I'm just sketching the outline of each object so I can kind of figure out where it's going to be on my page and how much space it's going to take up. So like I said, it's super light, so I'm going to go over it and make it a little bit darker just so you guys can see what I have a little bit better. And as you can see, I'm still glancing back and forth between my paper and my objects, making sure I'm not just looking at my paper because I need to make sure that I'm really drawing what I see and not what I think my objects should look like. So now that I have a rough sketch done of all my objects and where they're going to be, now I can start worrying about more detail and the accuracy. So I'll go back around each of my objects, making sure I'm still glancing back and forth at my objects and my paper to make sure that I'm getting proportions correct, I'm not missing any details, and overall I just have most things pretty accurate. You might also notice that I'm doing a pretty decent amount of erasing, and that's just because most of the time I don't get it correct the first time that I draw something. So remember, when you're working in pencil, it's totally fine if it's incorrect because you have an eraser. There are certain things like the length of the boot, the size of the shell, that I've had to go back and redo a few times because they were a little bit tricky. And that's okay. It'll take you a few tries, and this takes time and practice to really get good at and get used to. So be patient with yourself and remember to have fun while you do it. This shouldn't be stressful. Just be okay with making mistakes and know that if you practice more, you'll improve. So it's kind of hard to tell when a drawing is actually done because it always feels like there's more detail you can add. But I think I have a fair amount of detail in my drawing. My objects are pretty accurate, so I feel pretty good about it. And here is my completed still life contour drawing. Have fun, everyone!